All right, here we are, 2019 Ducati Panigale V4R. It's finally here. Let's do some revs, and then I'll talk about it. And then just for the heck of it, we'll do some more revs. Here we go. So currently it's 2026. This bike is a 2019. So what are we talking, 7 years there? This bike has 1,200 miles on it. I bought it from a Ducati dealership out of Florida. Said it belonged to an older gentleman that obviously took care of it. The bike was described as minty. I had a buddy that actually my best man. He lives in Tampa, but he works in Orlando, and he went and put eyes on it. He's not a bike guy, but I just want to make sure the bike exists, that it looked as good as it did in pictures, and no concerns. So I pulled the trigger on it. We negotiated a little bit. I pulled the trigger on it, and I've been waiting for shipping, and I had to go through a couple warehouses. It took about 2 months to get here, but I am happy. If you know my channel, I previously had a 2019 V4S Corsa, and my neighbor, he had the same bike, the Speciale version. My bike had the Aero exhaust, and my neighbor's bike had this Akrapovic exhaust on it. I would say the Aero exhaust was louder. I've only done a couple rides on this, short rides, just trying to get used to it and get the feeling. I haven't gone on any spirited rides yet. Definitely haven't been on the track yet. Just getting used to it as a brand new bike. Did get insurance on it, don't have plates on it. I did order the NRC tail tidy before it got here, so that should be here shortly. Can't wait to change that out. And I'm gonna hold off on mods for right now. The mods that this bike does have, obviously it has the full race exhaust, and it does have this carbon piece right here. In pictures, I was pretty certain that I was gonna change that back to stock, and I might. It didn't come with the stock red. I might order it just to have it, and but in person, it's grown on me. I do like it. And then I'm not too sure if this brake guard, it does say Ducati, if that was stock or not. I'll have to research, see if that was stock or not. It does not have the clear, I guess not even clear, the open clutch cover. So the V4R does have the dry clutch. The V4S had the wet clutch. So I had actually changed out my clear clutch cover on the V4S to have this look, just because on the wet clutches, I never thought it really made a whole lot of sense, but on a dry clutch, that's gonna be a must-have. So my first impressions of the bike, you guys might be a little disappointed. I like the looks of my Corsa a little bit better. The red is different. This V4R, the red is the traditional red. The V4S, the Corsa edition, is more of an orange version, and it just really pops a lot more, has kind of that matte finish, and it's got a little bit of blue decals and things like that. So obviously I feel very lucky to have this bike, and the tank is the different color, the different material there. And then the wings. It's funny, when these bikes came out, I hated wings. I just absolutely hated wings. And now, just like cars, new cars come out and I hate them. And then after a few years, then they grow on me. These definitely have grown on me. I really like them. And now it's funny that, this bike's a 7-year-old bike. These wings do look dated to me, because the new V4R, they are integrated. I think they're, these are like attachment pieces. I think the brand new ones is actually part of the body. But then they are the same body color, where these ones are a different color. So I don't know. It's just kind of fun to see the different eras of bikes and things like that. So taking it out, I haven't gone at speed. It's about 70 degrees today, so it's a little bit cooler. But the heat is an issue with these bikes, and I do remember that with the V4S. And I can feel it already. I'm wearing jeans, and jeans even in 70-degree weather. Now, if I was up to speed, if I was going 100 miles an hour, and especially with 70 degree, not 100 degree, ambient temps, you know, having these bikes at speed is definitely going to help. And I really wasn't going that fast. So, but you feel it under your right leg. And if I'm going to do any street riding with it, obviously, you know, highway speeds and stuff like that. This is a track bike. The V4S I did not take to the track. I am gung-ho. I do want to take this bike to the track. So I'm not a crazy, you know, fast rider. I've done a lot of track days, but it's been a few years. So it'll be funny. I'll be the guy on this amazing bike, and all the 600s will be just lapping me in the corners and laughing at me. But I'm okay with it because I just want to try it. So I did get the rear stand, the pit bull rear stand for it. A lot of bikes that I have, I don't have the rear stands for it, but this one with the single-sided swing arm, that's just absolutely the money shot. So we'll look at that again. Yeah, so the new bikes, the new Ducatis don't have that. It is a double-sided swing arm. So, you know, it's a throwback. I hope that Ducati eventually brings it back. They did that with the 999. They went to a double-sided swing arm, and then they brought back the single-sided swing arm. So my first impressions of the sound of the bike, even with the full race exhaust, I do feel it's quiet. Compared to my RC51. I remember my V4S and that Aero exhaust. That Aero exhaust was just so loud that, you know, I have my RC51 next to me, a buddy riding it, you couldn't even hear that bike. This one, I feel like the RC51 would be a little bit louder. And I enjoy the sound of the RC51, downshifting. This one, I don't know, kind of leaves a little bit to be desired. It's weird to have a brand new bike, and especially a bike of this caliber, and then want something different out of it. But I am going to enjoy, you know, getting used to it, playing with the rider modes. When I got it, it was on the sport mode. I changed it to the race mode just to see if, you know, sound and exhaust and things like that would be any different. But yeah, I'm excited to have a new bike and just play around with it. You know, I've got a few older bikes. I got that Supermoto, but my RC51, you know, it's got 26,000 miles on it. It needs little bits here and there. This bike needs absolutely nothing. There's not a scratch on it. It is just perfect, perfect, perfect. So let's go ahead and start it up again. Let's hear this thing. That's enough for today. I had this bike out already, so it is warmed up. So I'm not doing that to a cold engine. I'm excited to have some more videos of this bike, show you guys more, have some fun, do some comparisons and things like that. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe so you can come along on the journey with me. Talk to you guys later.